Hello, ladies and gentlemen, James here. Be with you in a minute. In this video, I'm going to give you a story about Lake Lanier. Here's the video. You ain't going to believe where these guys are at when I show you this video. If I can get started. Like my page, don't want to click in. Okay, something's going on here. Probably get another page. Okay. Let's get with this video. See this work. Here's a video that is currently a YouTuber. Well, he's a real estate guy too. Hold on. He's down in Georgia. So Nick Johnson, but he's just hearing one side of the story about Lake Lanier, right? So I'm gonna give you the history, then I'm gonna show you his video. Maybe I might go ahead and show you the video. It's like it's taking a while. Come on. But it comes off of this video. So you can see this video right here. Go ahead and play it.
Atlanta sprawls out and Athens goes over. And that's where we are. We're between Athens and Atlanta.
I'd imagine a lot of this is pretty conservative, folks.
Yep, pretty conservative here.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, as a YouTuber and as an independent marketer, reaching customers is very important. You know that I have Mappy merch, I consult people where to live, and I sell books. Well, reaching customers is very easy with Brevo, and that's why I'm happy to partner with Brevo, the sponsor of today's video. Brevo is the go-to marketing and CRM platform for businesses looking to enhance their marketing strategies. It's super important. See that barbecue place right there?
Yep.
That Jason Bateman, when he's in town.
Yeah, when he's been here filming before, they go eat there.
It's that one right, that Hot Wings.
Yep. It's a smoking po' boys.
Why does Jason Bateman like to go in that little barbecue joint?
I don't know. That's just where he eats sometimes when he's in London.
A lot of people don't realize Georgia's the Hollywood of the South. It's
Yep.
because they incentivize
Right.
the companies to come here, tax breaks, whatever they're doing.
There's your higher plane on the right there. You
Okay.
can see the top floor and the windows.
That is from Tulsa
Tulsa King.
That is the weed building.
Yep.
Where they
The
do
weed
the
shop.
old weed shop.
We're gonna make a stop up here at what I call Dead Man's Hole. This is where a man was murdered one time, and the guy that killed him borrowed some blocks and some rope from some people I know, and they didn't know what he needed them for, but he proceeded to put this man in Dead Man's Hole, and he came floating back up a week or two later. I just looked an article up on it on the internet. It's talking about Georgia hunting for bodies linked to the Dixie Mafia.
Oh, so the Dixie Mafia dumped a body here.
I was
Maybe.
trying to see what kind of facts it had in this
What's the
article.
Dixie Mafia?
It was a group here in the 70s, 60s, and 70s, just kind of a small organized crime.
Okay. So if they saw us tooling around out here, are they gonna come throw us in the water,
No.
make us disappear? So you want to fish this?
Yeah, I want to do a bluegill fishing video here
Yeah.
one day.
That's a Dead
Pretty
Man's
cool.
Hole.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
What a beautiful day. This is just beautiful country.
It is. It's nice.
You don't think Georgia when you think, like, it doesn't come to mind first in a lot of people's minds
Yeah.
for just natural beauty.
Well, and a lot of people think of Georgia, they just think of Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's all they've ever seen on TV and stuff. They don't see all the country and all the cool stuff. And there's a lot of nice people out in these woods. I mean, it's a good place. You know, there's a lot of people come here to raise families. There's people moving east from out west. A lot of them come here now. So
Damn Californians ruin everything.
now this little town is Brazelton, And Kim Basinger used to own it.
Kim owned the whole town?
Yeah, she bought the town for like maybe $8 million or a little over $8 million.
This town?
This town. She was gonna try and make, I think, a movie business here, and that was a good many years ago. I don't remember exactly when it was. Maybe in the 80s.
All right. So the plan is, we're gonna go drive up to Lake Lanier.
Yep, we're gonna drive up to Lake Lanier. We're gonna meet my buddy Matthew, and we're gonna go out and catch some fish. Because Nick says that he has a hard time catching fish. He said he's cursed when it comes to fishing. So we're gonna break that curse, and then we're gonna talk about the curse of Lake Lanier and all the haunted stuff that people believe about it.
Whenever I go out with a buddy, a neighbor, a friend that says, hey, hop on a boat real quick, I'm gonna go to my spot, we're gonna get some drum, we're gonna get some bonita, whatever. I tell them we're not gonna get anything. Oh, hell no, we're going to my spot. I always get we never catch a fish ever. The fish just stay away from me. I don't know what it is. But today we're gonna get on some fish at Lake Lanier. All right, we made it to Lake Lanier. Beautiful day, Gary.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome out here. We're gonna have a good time. The fish have been biting this morning. The report looks good. We're gonna catch something.
Going down the lake. My hands are full with gear and beer. Off to Lake Lanier we go on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Look at that, folks.
Well,
Gary, talking about this lake, what's the history here? What's the rumor?
I think that there's been over 700 deaths on the lake. We can fact check that, but that's what I've heard. And there's a lot of people just say it's a cursed lake and it's haunted. And I've actually had some friends, when I said we were coming up here fishing, went, oh no, we're not going up there fishing with you. I said it's a great place to fish. I don't like to come out here in the middle of the summer, because you're going to see in a minute it's April and there's already 500 boats in view. You get out here in the summer and you can't hardly get across the lake without getting run over.
They like flooded. Didn't they flood some old cities?
Oh yeah, there's a town and all kinds of stuff. There's a whole town under this lake.
And there's people that said that they felt people pulling on their ankles when they're swimming, or healthy people drowning for no reason. And
yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There is a good bit.
He's got a bird. He's got a fish.
And he still fish out there.
He's bringing a fish out. Check it out.
Of all the lakes in Georgia, they got fish the one.
What kind of bird is that, Gary?
That's an osprey. It's a fish eagle or fish hawk.
Well, he got a fish.
That's a good fish too.
He's already one up on us. What are we trying to catch?
We're going to go out after stripers. That's our main goal today. We'll try to catch some stripers, and we may pick up some spotted bass or some largemouth. May even pick up some white bass, but we're going after stripers, and he's rigging up the poles, tying the leaders and all that, and getting them ready. And we're about to head out, drop some live baits, and see what hits.
Y'all know any place I can get a fishing rod?
Drum roll, please.
No, probably not.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Have all pizzas at Domino's right now.
Your newest home internet obsession. $25 per month for life. Join Welo.com.
Story only at 5:30. We are taking a closer look at an all-black town in Georgia called Oscarville.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about this on social media for the last few years, and if you haven't heard of it, it's probably because it no longer exists. It's buried under Lake Lanier. 11 Alive's Latasha Gibbons has more.
When we started working on this story, we set out to track down descendants of Oscarville. Weeks later, we found a family who could trace back their roots 4 generations. They shared with us stories that were handed down about what the all-black town was like, including the night that led to its destruction. It was set on fire by night riders after they say a white woman was raped. Then later, it was covered by the body of water we now know as Lake Lanier. May Crow is buried here at this Gainesville cemetery, but the trail of reconstruction following her death stretches into the land surrounding Forsyth County, buried beneath these waves of Lake Lanier, where in 1912 nearly every black resident was forced out. That includes people living in an old black town called Oscarville. The community was formed in the late 1800s during the Reconstruction era.
There was a very strong community feeling among the blacks. About 300 children that went to some of the schools that were the black schools, and it was closely connected to the churches.
Georgia history teacher Lisa Crosby says Oscarville was a thriving black community, full of carpenters, blacksmiths, and bricklayers, but farming was the top trade.
So they really had kind of a miraculous farming growth here while the rest of the state was really struggling.
But then residents were abruptly forced off their land.
Well, the flashpoint, I think, is 1912.
This takes us back to the death of May Crow. The 19-year-old white woman was found dead in the woods near Oscarville, presumably after being raped.
Typically, the answer to white girls being raped was go to the black community and just start blaming people.
By nightfall, terror began to reign over Oscarville.
So from there, the rage and hatred in the community, mobs got together and they were called night riders, and they were riding throughout Oscarville and driving out the black community.
And the night turned deadly. You know, they were waking up by fires outside, fire bombs thrown in the church.
Filmmaker Bob Mackey recaptures those horrific nights in an upcoming television series.
Anytime anything happened, guess where everyone would go? To the church. Well, they attacked the church. People were hung, lynched.
Mackey's series features stories of direct descendants like George Rucker, who can trace his family back 4 generations to Oscarville. He tells the story of his great-grandfather, Bert Oliver, and the entire family being forced off their land.
Night riders came through. They had to leave everything. The main thing they left was property, and my grandfather had 100 acres.
Rucker says many relatives died as they tried to flee.
So when they got to the Chattahoochee River, from what I understand, they were told, when the mob got up on the bridge, they were told that they either had to swim or drown. Most of them didn't make it. My grandfather, one of them that did make it, he lost some brothers and sisters.
He says his relatives who survived settled in Gainesville.
From what my mother told me, Bert Oliver, he would sit and tell her this story, and he would just sit and cry.
Crosby says whites in the area took over the remaining properties. She says Oscarville farmers were specifically skilled in raising poultry, which set the pace for Gainesville eventually becoming poultry capital of the world.
You have a farm already going, and you had free land, so you just take it.
Rucker says his great-grandfather married his second wife, Beulah, and they built this school that still stands in Gainesville today. By the late 1950s, the Beaufort Dam was built and Lake Lanier was formed, covering up Oscarville and swallowing most of its history. Many believe Lake Lanier is haunted because of the high number of drownings. We spoke to officials who tell us because there is an entire town that includes structures and even forest areas with trees that are 60 feet tall, it makes it more difficult to navigate through, and someone can easily become trapped in debris, leading them to drowning. We have so much more on this story on our website.
Let's get back to this story.
We're about to head out on the lake out here and get on some fish. Take me fishing, Gary.
We're headed out now. We're going to get on them.
Would you consider yourself redneck?
Probably most people I know would consider me redneck.
What's the definition of a redneck, you think?
I don't know, just country people. I don't know.
But people get offended by that term.
Yeah.
It's an endearing term. I say we all have a little bit of redneck in it.
Yeah.
Some people just deny it and say like they shut that part of themselves down.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but if you talk to people that know me, they probably say I'm got some redneck in me. I got a collection of 32 pontoon boats right now. That's kind of redneck.
You have 32 pontoon boats?
Yeah.
Damn. Are they all in your front yard up on blocks?
No, they're not on blocks. So a lot of these are just weekend homes for people out of Atlanta. They come and they might come up here a couple weekends a year. Maybe they come every weekend in the summer. But yeah, a bunch of these houses you see are just weekend homes, vacation homes for people.
Man.
Pan to see you yesterday trying to grunt some worms, and them worms are just down deep.
The stuff folks do in Georgia.
I do think that that's probably going to overfish the ocean for sure in certain areas. Oh, you're on, boss.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, you're on.
Yeah. Just like the other one. Oh, look at that. We got one in the boat. We got one in the boat.
Oh, yeah.
4 pounds or something.
Yep. Let's put some weights in his belly then and make her
It's
bigger.
close to 5. You know, a 5-pounder is considered a trophy.
My first fish out in Lake Lanier. They tell me it's not a big one, but I'll take it.
Lake Lanier stopper snipers are at it again.
Here we go. Oh, we got a fish. Yeah. We got one in the boat. Look at that thing right there. Yeah, look at that.
I was hooked good too. Well, that's a beast right there. 14 3/4.
14, 12.
14, 12. That's a record from Lake Lanier, folks.
Yeah, it's above average.
Above average fish out here at Lake Lanier.
It's a B plus or an A minus.
Striper snipers at it again.
Striper snipers at it again.
Nick Johnson with a big old fish on Lake Lanier.
Big old fish at Lake Lanier.
Well, look at that thing. All right, we're getting Nick fired up. Now this is fish number 3.
Man, them Duke boys are at it again.
Well, look at that.
We are catching everything today.
Nice.
The lake's going to be empty, Gary.
Channel cat.
Channel cat.
We are
Working on the Grand Slam.
Yeah, what's left in here? A damn dead body? Is that all we got left to catch?
I bet we could attach a GoPro to this channel cat and he can take us to the dead bodies.
Yeah, man. He's probably got some fingers in there. There we go. There's another one. That's going to be dinner tonight.
Channel cat.
There's a big one right there. There's 2 of them. All right, folks, we're on. We're here in Gainesville, Georgia.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I would be fishing in no Lake Lanier down there in Georgia. And it's like, oh, it's just we might just come across a dead body. Oh yeah, I don't know. I couldn't go someplace like that, you know. But they didn't want to tell the whole story. They just want to tell their story about that. But if those guys are from there that he got on that boat with, they know the story about that place. They want people. They want to tell the whole side story. But you know, that's why I showed the video of the what was the history behind it, and what was he really down there for? What they won't tell Nick, because maybe Nick probably don't know about that, but that's something that they probably hide. And just think about that. They go out there on that lake and fish over all those bodies. After all those deaths they built up, you see how much the houses is worth? That money means more than shame and guilt, whatever. And that's why when something does happen, you really can't feel sorry for some people that really don't respect the history of the legacy of that part of Georgia in which they define it. And most black folks probably won't probably go down into that lake. I mean, even though the fish look good and everything, I would fish at another lake if I was in Georgia, but I would not fish at no Lake Lanier. That is crazy. I wouldn't go near that place, I mean, they made a movie about that place. There's stories about that place, but these people they don't care, man. It's all about money and making money off of it. But it's going to be a precursor on some of these people's lives who got boats and stuff on it. And I'd be kind of scared to even eat the fish out of there. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think they could have Lake Lanier. But that's one place. But that's just he's going to these little conservative towns, giving their version of it. It's probably catered to a certain demographic of people, but and it probably is not to cater to many of us, because some of us who got probably a relative down there know about, or extended relatives down there know, they can tell you more about that part of Georgia. But alright then, guys, I just wanted to show you a video, but yeah, I don't think Nick knows the whole story, and I don't think they want to give him the real on it, and maybe for some reason he didn't want to put it in the video, but that's why I showed it. What is the story behind it, and you see the news clip behind it. So that's what those guys were. That's what where those men were at. Yeah, truly, those rednecks really don't care. They haven't cared for centuries, and they probably won't care for now. Take care and bless. See you on the next video.